There's a quiet secret that could radically change how you feel every single day, and it has nothing to do with new medications, complicated diets, or strenuous exercise. It's a subtle shift, a hidden key that unlocks deeper energy, a sharper memory, and a stronger heart, especially for those of us navigating our 70s and beyond. What if the reason you've been feeling a persistent layer of fatigue, the cause behind those small frustrating memory lapses, or the grogginess that greets you in the morning has less to do with your age and everything to do with a simple, overlooked detail, the time you go to bed? If you are over 70 or you love and care for someone in their golden years, the information you're about to read could be the most important health discovery you make this year. As a sleep specialist with over 2 decades of experience, I have witnessed a single small adjustment create a life-altering ripple effect. I've watched vibrant seniors transform from restless nights and weary days to waking up feeling truly refreshed, mentally clear, and emotionally centered. The truth no one seems to talk about is that your body's internal clock undergoes a profound change after age 70. Continuing to fight against it, staying up late for television, sticking to a routine that worked for you 30 years ago is like swimming against a powerful current. You may not realize it, but you could be setting yourself up for chronic exhaustion, forgetfulness, and even serious heart conditions. But once you understand what is happening inside your own body and you choose to work with its natural rhythm instead of against it, everything can change for the better. The body's quiet whisper, understanding your new sleep rhythm. Have you found that your relationship with sleep has become unpredictable? Perhaps you find your eyelids growing heavy during your favorite evening television show, only to be wide awake at 2 in the morning, staring at the ceiling and counting the hours until dawn. Or maybe you manage to get a full 7 or 8 hours in bed, yet you wake up feeling as though you haven't truly rested at all. If any of this sounds familiar, please hear this. You are not doing anything wrong, and this is not simply the inevitable price of getting older. It is a sign that your body is communicating a change, and your sleep patterns are merely responding to a new internal timetable. Deep within your brain, a subtle but significant transformation takes place as we cross the threshold into our 70s. We begin to experience a marked decrease in what is known as deep sleep, the most restorative phase of our nightly rest. This is the critical period when our body performs its most important repair work, when our mind clears away the day's mental clutter, and when our energy stores are replenished for the day ahead. Astonishingly, studies show that by the time we reach our 70s, we can experience up to 40% less deep sleep than we did in our 50s. This is a monumental shift. It means that even if you are technically asleep for 8 hours, your brain and body might be missing out on the most profound healing that sleep has to offer, which explains why so many older adults wake up feeling foggy, emotionally drained, or physically weary. At the same time, another piece of this intricate puzzle is falling into place. Our bodies begin to produce melatonin, the hormone that signals sleepiness, much earlier in the evening than before. That familiar wave of drowsiness that might wash over you around 8 or 8:30 p.m. is not a sign of weakness. It is a sign of wisdom. It is your body's natural rhythm, your internal clock, gently trying to guide you toward the rest it needs. When we ignore this signal, pushing past it with just one more chapter, one more email, or one more show, we miss our optimal window for sleep. We fight our own biology, and that is when the struggle truly begins. I will never forget my patient, Mr. Johnson, a retired history teacher of 78 with a brilliant mind and a kind heart, who sat in my office looking utterly defeated. "Doctor," he said, his voice heavy with frustration, "I go to bed at 11 just like I always have, but I lie there for hours, and when I finally do sleep, I wake up more tired than when I went to bed. What is wrong with me?" After a thoughtful conversation, the answer became clear. There was nothing wrong with him at all. His body was simply operating on a new schedule, one his old habits hadn't yet learned to honor. His brain was ready for sleep much earlier, but his routine was keeping him awake, pushing him past the point of easy rest. I suggested a simple experiment. For 3 weeks, he was to be in bed by 9:30 p.m. No late-night television, no exceptions. He chuckled. That early? 3 weeks later, he walked into my office a different man. He stood taller, his eyes were bright with a newfound energy, and he said something that has stayed with me ever since. It's like someone turned the light back on in my brain. Mr. Johnson's story is the story of millions, a testament to the fact that your body isn't broken, it's just asking for you to listen to its new rhythm. The golden hour, unlocking rest between 9 and 10 p.m. Here is a truth that many health professionals overlook. The time you go to bed can be just as crucial for your well-being as the number of hours you sleep. If you have ever pushed yourself to stay awake past your natural point of tiredness, only to find yourself tossing and turning before waking up sluggish and uninspired, you have experienced this firsthand. A groundbreaking 2024 study from the Mayo Clinic revealed a stunning discovery. Older adults who consistently went to bed within the golden hour between 9 p.m. and 10 p.m. experienced a staggering 45% improvement in their overall sleep quality. This wasn't a minor change. It was a profound, measurable transformation that led to deeper sleep, fewer nighttime awakenings, and a dramatic increase in morning energy. The science behind this is elegantly simple. As we age, the delicate hormonal dance that governs our sleep-wake cycle shifts. Melatonin, the hormone that lulls us to sleep, begins to rise earlier in the evening, while cortisol, the hormone that helps us wake up, starts its work earlier in the morning. In your 40s, your natural window for sleep might have been around 10:30 or 11 p.m., but by your 70s, your body is likely sending you clear signals for rest as early as 8:30 p.m. That gentle pull towards sleep is your biology speaking directly to you, inviting you into the most restorative period of the night. Fighting this urge is like trying to board a train after it has already started to leave the station. You can try to catch up, but you've missed the smoothest part of the journey. I often think of Mrs. Williams, a wonderful 76-year-old woman who came to my clinic after a 40-year battle with insomnia. She had tried everything from herbal teas and noise machines to prescription medications, but nothing provided lasting relief. "I've gone to bed at midnight since I was a teenager," she told me, a sense of resignation in her voice. "I don't think I know how to sleep any earlier." I gently explained that her body's internal clock had changed over the decades, and that perhaps the solution wasn't to fight harder, but to gracefully surrender to the new rhythm her body was offering. She agreed to try being in bed by 9:30 p.m. every night for 3 weeks. When she returned, tears of relief welled in her eyes. "Doctor," she whispered, "I finally sleep through the night." Not only had her insomnia vanished, but her daytime fatigue had melted away, her mood had lifted, and the mental fog that had clouded her memory was beginning to clear. It was all from one simple shift, listening to her body and honoring its golden hour. More than just rest, the healing power of the golden hour. When we think about sleep, we often picture it as a passive state of rest, a simple pause in our busy lives. But for those of us in our 60s, 70s, and beyond, sleep is one of the most active and powerful forms of healing we have at our disposal. When we align our rest with our body's natural timing, it becomes a potent medicine that can protect and restore our health in ways we never thought possible. Let's start with your heart, the tireless engine that has faithfully powered you through every moment of your life. Our clinical observations have shown an astonishing connection between bedtime and cardiovascular health. Older adults who consistently embraced the 9 to 10 p.m. bedtime saw a 45% reduction in heart-related issues. This is a life-changing difference. We saw blood pressure levels stabilize and irregular heartbeats become less frequent. Many patients, under the guidance of their cardiologists, were even able to reduce their medications. It's as if their bodies, finally given the chance to rest at the optimal time, began to repair themselves from the inside out. As one patient beautifully put it, "I didn't realize how tired my heart was until it started beating easy again." Beyond the heart, this golden hour of sleep works wonders for your memory. I recall a lovely couple, the Thompsons, both in their mid-70s, who came to see me deeply worried about the small but persistent memory lapses they were both experiencing. They were scared, and rightfully so. After they committed to a consistent 9:30 p.m. bedtime, the change was remarkable. Within 3 months, simple cognitive tests confirmed a 32% improvement in their memory function. Mrs. Thompson stopped forgetting to take her medications, and Mr. Thompson returned to his beloved morning crosswords, finishing them with a newfound ease. "I feel like the lights are back on upstairs," he told me with a proud smile. Science now affirms this experience. Sleeping earlier gives the brain the time it needs to perform its nightly rinse cycle, clearing out toxins linked to cognitive decline. And perhaps most profoundly, aligning your sleep with your body's clock has a remarkable effect on your emotional well-being. Our patients who adopted this routine reported a 58% reduction in symptoms of anxiety and depression. This is about more than just feeling happier. It's about waking up with a sense of inner peace, facing the day with resilience, and feeling like yourself again. During these early nighttime hours, your brain processes the day's emotional weight, washing away stress and anxiety. It's like giving your mind and spirit a warm, soothing bath, allowing you to begin each new day with a clean slate. Inviting sleep back into your life. 5 gentle habits. By now, you understand that your sleep has changed and that timing is everything. But you might be wondering what else you can do to invite deep, restorative sleep back into your life. The beauty of it is that you don't need complicated routines or expensive gadgets. Small, consistent, and thoughtful habits can utterly transform your nights. Here are 5 gentle steps that have helped hundreds of my patients rediscover the peaceful sleep they thought was lost forever. First and foremost, honor the golden hour. If you take only one piece of advice, let it be this. Aim to be in bed between 9 and 10 p.m. That wave of tiredness you feel in the early evening is your body's invitation. By accepting it, you are working in harmony with your new biological rhythm, allowing your body to drop into the deepest, most healing stages of sleep with ease. It's like catching a wave at the perfect moment and letting it carry you effortlessly to shore. Second, nourish your body, don't disrupt it. Did you know that caffeine can linger in your system for up to 6 hours? This means that a 3 p.m. cup of coffee could still be interfering with your sleep at 9 p.m. Be mindful of hidden caffeine in things like chocolate or green tea in the evening. Similarly, heavy, rich, or oversized meals late at night can force your digestive system to work overtime when the rest of your body is trying to wind down. Try to enjoy your last large meal at least 3 hours before bed, and if you feel hungry later, opt for a light, soothing snack like a banana or a warm cup of herbal tea. Third, dim the lights to welcome the night. Our brains are ancient and are still deeply attuned to the cycles of light and dark. The bright blue light emitted from televisions, phones, and overhead LED fixtures sends a powerful signal to your brain to stay awake and alert. In contrast, warm, soft, amber-toned light signals that it is time to rest. Around 7:30 or 8 p.m., begin to turn off harsh overhead lights and switch to a gentle lamp with a warm bulb. You will be amazed at how this simple change can make your eyelids feel naturally heavier. Fourth, create a gentle landing for your mind. We would never expect a child to go directly from intense activity to peaceful sleep, and we should offer ourselves the same kindness. Dedicate the last 20 to 30 minutes before bed to a calming wind-down routine. This is your time to exhale the day. Read a few pages of a book, listen to soft music, do some light stretching, or simply sit quietly with your thoughts. Avoid stressful triggers like the evening news or planning tomorrow's to-do list. Finally, step away from the screen. This may be the most challenging habit to adopt, but it is also one of the most powerful. The blue light from our phones, tablets, and computers actively suppresses the production of melatonin, making it much harder to feel sleepy. The content itself, from social media to news articles, can also leave your mind buzzing and overstimulated. Try to put all screens away at least 30 to 60 minutes before you intend to sleep. Choose stillness instead. Let the day settle. After all, sleep is not something we can force. It is something we must gently invite. If there is one lesson that life teaches us over time, it is that the most profound changes often begin with the smallest shifts. Tonight, as the world outside grows quiet, I invite you not to fight the feeling of tiredness, but to see it as a wise and loving message from your body. It is a soft whisper telling you that you have done enough for one day, and now it is time to come home to yourself and rest. At this beautiful stage of life, sleep is no longer about keeping up. It is about honoring the incredible journey you have been on and giving your heart, mind, and spirit the deep care they so richly deserve. Remember, you are never too old to feel better, and it is never too late to heal. There is still so much beautiful, quiet, and meaningful time ahead for you to feel rested, clear, and calm.